And just kind of smoothing things out so that it's comfortable. Again, you know, one of my pet peeves is blisters. And I want something that is smooth. Now, if you really had to, you could go down to the river over here, and there's a sandbank. Take some wet sand and give it a good scrubbing. Same thing as sandpaper. Hint, sandpaper. Emery cloth. What have you. But we're just trying to get something to get us by until we can get out of the bush or get home. Now it's using a 90-degree spine on this knife to just scrape a little bit. Kind of smooth it up as best I can. Just kind of rounding this over a little bit so that it fits in your hand a little bit better. Or my hand. Trying to eliminate the hot spots as much as possible. Yeah, it's much better. Much better. Had a worm met me halfway. This little wormhole goes all the way through. Kind of helped me out a little bit. Okay. I think we have about got it here. next step is to take some string. I'll go to the string. There it is on the pocket. All I got here is some bank line, and I am a firm believer in bank line, folks. I think it is the best cordage you can get. Not only is it tarred, it'll hold better. Is it as strong as paracord? No, but I mean, it comes a point just how much strength do you need. If you're gonna use it to tie up your hammock or something like that, then yeah, I'd say go with paracord. But tying traps and repairs and things like that, then that's about all you need right there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a loop here. Leave enough tag out that we can grab it later and pull on it. So all we're going to do is have a loop just like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and start wrapping. I hope you can see me here. Just as tight as we can get it. Okay? And just continually wrap it, keeping tight pressure on it. Just keep going round and round and round. Try to keep it as tight as possible. Now, in some cases, they would use sinew or rawhide to attach these blades. Once that rawhide got dry, then it would shrink up and tighten on the blade. But don't have any rawhide, and we've got plenty of cordage here, so we're going to use it. All right, I think that ought to be enough here. We got up to this part. What we're going to do is we're going to take the end of this string. Got too much here. Let me cut some off. We're going to feed it right through this loop right here. Feed it through there. Keep your finger on it. Keep it tight. And we got this other tag down here, and we're going to pull it just as tight as we can and try to get it at least halfway to this middle here, and that locks it in. This blade is not going anywhere. It's held right back here by the notch. There's a notch on either side. That blade's just as tight as if you put a rivet in it. Then all you got to do is just cut your tags. You can take it a little bit there and just kind of stuff it back up in there. If you get a stick here, if I can find one strong enough. Everything around here is just so rotten. Maybe I can use the end of this. Use a knife, I know I'll cut it. Alright, there you go. And it's just as tight as if it was riveted. And it's neat, tidy. Okay, now how you sharpen this, just want to show you this knife after using it sideways and every which way that you want. See there? It's a WC Knives knife. Can't go wrong with one, folks. Alright, let me tidy up the blade here. Now what I use is a curved diamond. It's made by Kershaw. Made in the USA. See there? Try to buy USA stuff as much as possible. And it's just a fine diamond hone. Now when you make these things, you have to put the bevel on it and get it just as sharp as you can before you heat treat it. Because once you bend this, then you're not going to be able to get your grinder in there or your belt sander to put that bevel in. So all you do is just, now some people use a board, round the board off and use it with some sandpaper on the board. I never done that. I guess it would work. It seems to work for them very well. But this is how I sharpen all of mine. And since this is the first one, it's going to take a little bit to get a good edge on it. And it's easier if you kind of tilt the blade to the direction that you're going, so that you got something solid to sharpen with. Yeah, we're getting there. You're going to have to kind of tidy up the back side of it a little bit. All you're doing is just getting the burrs off of it. You're not really sharpening it. Just getting the burrs. You just keep working it till you get it the way you want it. Okay, anyway, to save batteries, because I want to show you how this thing works, I'm going to pause the camera and come back, probably do another short little video, but this is how you sharpen them, or how I sharpen them. It's one way. I'm not saying it's the only way, because there's plenty of other ways to do it. Just do a search on YouTube now. There's other people that sharpen these Crook knives. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to keep sharpening on this until I get it to as sharp as I want it or need it to kind of demonstrate it and show you. We may carve a spoon right quick if we got enough battery time. But I just kind of show you what they're used for. I hope you enjoyed this little segment of how to make a handle in the bush. And this handle will last you for a long time. Just put some oil on it, animal fat, you know, I mean, just anything that you can use on this wood to kind of preserve it and seal it up a little bit. And the more you use it, the smoother it's going to get. So anyway, that's how you make a handle in the bush for a crook knife. And again, this crook here is why it's called a crook knife, not this. All right, appreciate your time, folks. Appreciate your views, your suggestions, your comments. Haven't been that many comments, but I appreciate the ones I've got. It lets me know that you're interested. All the sales, knife sales, I appreciate that more than you know. It's been wonderful. I enjoy making these videos, and next week, or actually Sunday, be this week. We're going to go upriver and we're going to use some knives and do a few other things and have a little fun for a few days. I'm going to bring you with me. But the next one is I'm going to show you how to use a crook knife. So hang with me.